Hello guys and welcome back to Echoes of Elio. I'm Elio Espot and yeah, it's a long time no see. I've been extremely busy over the past few weeks with a lot of different processes, mainly surrounding, you know, I had a graduation that I recently went to, and also um, I've been in the works of setting up a lot of things with around my EP. But that's actually part of the reason why I wanted to have this video today, because I wanted to talk about something that I would like to call artistic willpower and the drive to that you access within yourself to be able to continue to create. And I just wanted to share like my process with it in hopes that it probably helps somebody else that's in the same situation. But yeah, so what I actually believe that artistic willpower is, well, you know what willpower is, the want and the drive and the inner sense to do something. And so artistic willpower, I truly believe, actually just follows suit with that aspect, but particularly focusing on your artistic desires, what you want to create, what you want to put out there. And if you don't know, I'm actually in the process of working on my very first EP that I'm going to be putting out later this year. I've finished all the songs. You've heard two of them, and I'll eventually share the next two. And there might be a few more surprises that you won't get on here, but yeah, it's a lot of work. To be honest with you, I don't have a producer. I don't have a manager of any sort. I'm pretty much doing this all by myself on the fly. And so there are a lot of times where I spend time in the creative process and actually making music and writing it down. And then there are other times where I actually spend planning out my vision for when I want to be putting music out there. It's going to be a long process. It's going to be a bit of an expensive process, but because it's what I really and truly want, I'm making it happen. So some things that I focus on that help me with my artistic process, especially when it comes to manifesting more than what I'm working with now and manifesting the dreams and projects that I have. One thing that really helps me is that I lean in on things that I'm already doing within a routine. I lean in on those things. And what I mean by that is, for example, I go to the gym 3 days a week consistently. Every week is 3 days a week. I have my routine Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was at the gym today. And I stick to it. And I've been doing that since like February now. And I lost, anybody who's known me, I lost quite a bit of weight. I lost like 25 pounds. And which is a lot, because earlier this year I was not feeling well and I was heavy and I wasn't even feeling good about myself. And now I've been going out and, looking at the mirror, and I'm really happy with the results that I've been getting. And just how I've been feeling. I've been really happy with that as well. And so, I really and truly focus in on that energy, the same type of energy and thought process that gets me to be like, no, you have to go to the gym again today. No, you have the gym again today. You have to go to the gym. I know you're tired, but you have to go. I actually flip that script in my mind and actually tell myself, no, you need to sit down and do your planning for your art today. There is no excuses. No one else is going to do it for you. You don't have that luxury. Maybe I might have that one day, but today I don't have that, so you have to go and do it. I joke around and I tell people that sometimes I have to be my own parent, and that's kind of what it's like. You have to tell yourself sometimes when it's really tough, no, you have to be working on your craft. No one is going to make it happen. You have to make it happen if you really and truly want it. So that's probably like the main technique that I really use a lot, is taking what I've already had like in routine and switching that conversation over to art. And it's been helping me a lot in terms of maintaining and also consistently working on my art. Another technique, or I guess I wouldn't say technique, but another thing that really helps is that it's helpful to have people that are very, very supportive of you. Find someone. If you have that luxury. If you don't, you can skip this step altogether. But you know, really and truly, like, hone in on the people that are there rooting for you. For me, one of those people I'm very thankful to say is my boyfriend. You know, he does not work in music. He's actually going to be going to law school. Woo! And so, you know, he works in a completely different, you know, field altogether. But what I really and truly appreciate about him is that he actually is like a secondary voice for me. And you know, he will come in sometimes and remind me that my work, what I've done so far, is worth it. You know, and sometimes you just need that. Just a reminder that what you're doing, it is an accomplishment, even the small goals. Because I'm the type of person, you know, I've always been this way, that sometimes I get very impatient with myself and my progress. I'm patient with a lot of things, but when it comes to myself, I can be very impatient. I want to be successful now. Why am I not, you know, putting out more music now? Why am I not, you know, why is my EP not ready and lifting off the ground now? And it's a lot of process and a lot of preparation and a lot of mental work even beforehand. Before you're even stepping into the studio, you have to be mentally prepared. And so I'm kind of trying to re-ground myself every single day. I remember, you know, that what I'm doing is worth it. What I'm doing is worth something. You know, I do have little accomplishments. And it helps to have somebody to remind you of that as well. The last thing that I will definitely say that helps me, and all of these things are mental things. Less of it is physical. A lot of it is, I mean, it's your willpower. It is your mind. And, you know, this is strictly about aligning your mind with your goals, and doing that manually every single day until it becomes normal. And so the last thing that I would say that really and truly helps me, which again, I have to thank my boyfriend for telling me this, you know, but it really changed my thought process when it came to creating, is that you don't have time. And I know that sounds really weird to say, because you know, we always want to believe that it's never too late to do things. It's never too late to, you know, to turn things around for yourself, which is totally true. I'm a story like that. But but I think what he meant and what I mean when I say you don't have time, it's to really and truly cut out that mentality, which is a comfort zone mentality of believing, well, I'll put it off until tomorrow. It's not the right time in my life right now to be creating. You know, once I get this equipment, once I get this recording studio deal, once I get the right connections, once I get, you know, the right amount of money, I'll start. And the reality is none of that matters. Yeah, like you have to start creating now. You you have to start making things now. You have to start performing now when you have the time, and find time to fit it in, because no one is going to do that for you. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I've already been doing a lot of stuff today, so please bear with me. But you know, you don't have time in that aspect. You know, when it comes to your dreams, you should be working like as if you have one day left every single day. You know, it doesn't necessarily, you know, there's some days where, you know, obviously you need to take a break, and I'm totally for that. But a break and like allowing yourself to heal and rest is way different than several months or several years gone by on sitting on building your craft, building your talent, you know, doing the work that you need to do. You know, for me, like when it came to writing these songs, you know, there were some of the songs were harder to write than the others, you know, and some of them I had to kind of let sit for a while and then come back to it. But in those times where I was letting them sit, I actually switched over into self-manager and self-planning mode, and I started writing out things of how I'm trying to envision this year going with recording. I already have my plan written out. And so in that mode, I truly wasn't even resting. I was like, okay, artistically creating right now is I'm having a bit of a block. I'm gonna put that on hold and go to manifesting, and really focusing on what I want to be coming to life this year. And so it's been kind of switching the gears between back and forth between both of those things. And so, especially if you're an artist, an independent artist that's kind of just doing this all on your own, you kind of need to be in the same mindset. You have to have moments where you're not necessarily, you know, when you're not engaged with your art and creating, then you should be planning out what you want to be doing, or you know, planning out performances or doing something. We can sit here forever and wait until we have the right moment in life for something. We can wait. But you'll then realize that you could have really accessed those things within you before. And sometimes the greatest time that you really learn things is while you're actually just doing it, learning it as you go, being just thrown in and picking up things, being comfortable with making mistakes and running with it. And so, you know, my personal advice from you to me, is that, you know, don't give up on your dream. You know, don't settle for no. And don't, you know, don't get complacent or stay in your comfort zone. It's eventually not going to be comfortable once you realize you could have done so much more. But that's all I'm going to say today. And I'm glad that you guys sat in and watched and listened. I've got laundry, and I probably need another cup of tea because it's been a really crazy day. But I love you all, and until next time, bye.